Yes.
The movie begins with a young woman called Asha telling the story about a king called Magnifico. After witnessing sorrow and heartbreak in his life, King Magnifico studied the magic of the world tirelessly and became a very powerful sorcerer. He used this gift to help other people by granting one special wish to everyone. Together with his wife, Queen Amaya, they created a beautiful kingdom in an island called Roses, where people from all parts of the world came and stayed. It eventually became one of the most flourishing kingdoms of all time. But there is a rule, which is only after anyone turns 18, they will be able to give their wishes to the king, who keeps them sealed in his observatory. After every month, King Magnifico holds a wishing ceremony where he chooses a person wish to be granted before the city. Asha stays with her mother Sakina and her loving grandfather Sabino with her pet goat Valentino. Sabino is getting really old, so the family hopes Grandpa gets his wish as soon as possible. Asha is also getting prepared to attend an interview with King Magnifico, who will be selecting an apprentice today. We find out that anyone appointed as the king's apprentice will be granted a wish too. She goes to meet her best friend Dahlia, who works in the palace as a baker. Asha expresses her nervousness about the interview, and they are joined by the other teenagers in their group: Grumpy Gabo, Sleepy Simon, Bashful Bazima, Happy Hal, Sneezy Safi, and Dopey Dario. Every one of them give their advice on how, or what she should say during their interview with the king, and as well be sincere about her weakness. Queen Amaya enters and escorts Asha to meet the king. She lets Asha know that she is rooting for her because she has seen the way she looks out for others. It's clear on how much she loves this kingdom and its people. Asha finally meets the king, but everything seemed awkward for the moment because of her nervousness, but the interview seemed to be going pretty well afterwards. King Magnifico remembers Asha's late father, whom he knew as someone that always talks about the stars. Asha recalls when her father used to take her high in the mountains just to see the stars. He used to tell her the stars are there to guide and inspire them, and to as well remind them about believing in possibilities. King Magnifico takes her to his observatory and shows her his collection of the kingdom wishes. There she sees Sabino's wish in one of the bulbs, who wishes to play music for the citizens in the kingdom. The moment when Asha asks if Sabino's wish can be granted, King Magnifico drops his friendly behavior. He says that Sabino's wish is too dangerous and may cause a riot in the crowd. Realizing that most of the wishes in the bulbs will never be granted, Asha suggests to the king to give them back to the people so they can pursue it themselves. This time, in a more angrier state, Magnifico reveals his true nature. Firstly, the people only come to him because it's impossible to make their dreams come true. He believes if all the wishes of the people in the bulb are granted, that will be a threat to his power. So the best solution to this is whenever the wishes are brought to him, he uses his magic to make the people forget their wish once he grants it to them, and it removes a special part of their souls to make them dependent on Magnifico. Magnifico later holds another wishing ceremony, using it as an attempt to be a jerk. He makes it clear to Asha of not granting Sabine a wish, but instead gives it to a girl who wishes to sell the best dress in all of the kingdom. He ended the ceremony and leaves, telling Asha to go home because he has changed his mind on her being his apprentice. During dinner with her family, Asha tries to tell them the truth about King Magnifico, who is never going to grant their wishes. They do not believe her, but instead dismisses her. Asha takes her pet goat Valentino and did what her late father has once told her. She climbs on a high mountains and makes a wish to the stars for a way to help her family with their wishes. A very bright light suddenly emerges out of the sky, with everyone in the kingdom bearing witness. They initially all think it is part of Magnifico's magic, but Magnifico himself admits to his wife that none of these are his doings, but he instead believes he has been threatened by an unknown power. A star suddenly comes out from nowhere and does something surprising. It sprinkles its magic on the plants and distributes voices to all the animals, including Asha's pet Valentino. Asha is in shock on how all of this is possible, so the animals who can now speak explains that it was magic from Star who brought them to life. Asha tries to communicate with the star, who non-verbally tells her that it cannot grant wishes, but it accepted to assist Asha and get back her grandfather's wishes inside Magnifico Castle. Meanwhile, King Magnifico, who feels threatened by the star's magic, searches on his old books for spells to counter it. Not finding anything, he decided to do something dangerous. He opens a book that contains forbidden spells. His wife begs him to stop, reminding on how the magic in the book controls the person who uses it. She tells him not to be bothered about the light, but only focus on his people who loves him. On the other hand, Asha hides the star in a bag and takes it along with Valentino inside Magnifico's castle. The problem now is a way to sneak inside Magnifico Observatory, where he keeps all the wishes, so Asha leaves them with some chickens before she runs into Dahlia and her other friends for help. A noise from Valentino and Star gets the attention of the teens, which give Asha no choice but to tell them the truth about what is going on and what she is trying to do. Dahlia shows Asha a secret passageway to the king's observatory. As soon as they reach, they notice that the door was locked from the outside, but thanks to Star they gained access to the observatory, where Star manages to locate Sabino's wish before Magnifico can catch them. In the process of doing so, they mistakenly catch a small fire. Meanwhile, King Magnifico gathers the people in front of his castle for a speech. He informs them that the powerful light they formerly saw was never his doing and promises to grant the wish of anyone who has a clue on the person responsible for the magic. King Magnifico then tries to return to his palace, but since Asha is still in there, it might cause problems. Strategically, Dahlia tries to delay his entry by asking him pressing questions, which causes the other people to question Magnifico, making him so furious. Magnifico becomes very desperate. Against the wishes of his wife, he opens the book that contains forbidden spells to find the mysterious person behind this magic by any means possible. Asha arrives home with Sabino's wish in a bulb and shows it to him. While he was so happy upon seeing it, he decides to work towards his dreams to make it come true. Asha tells Sakina that she will be sneaking back inside the palace again to get back her wish, but an angry Magnifico suddenly barges in after being informed by someone that Asha was responsible for bringing the star. He enters holding Sakina's wish on his palm and does the most despicable. Magnifico crushes Sakina's wish, which makes Sakina to experience intense grief, while Magnifico discovers that absorbing wishes makes him even more powerful. Asha manages to escape with her family, including Star and Valentino. She places them on a boat and rides to a nearby island for safety. Upon reaching the island, Asha realizes the number of people in danger if she doesn't go back and stop Magnifico. She started this, so she must be the one to end it. Along with Star, she swims her way back to the palace to stop Magnifico. Desperate to stop Star, King Magnifico uses the Forbidden Book to create a very powerful staff and sacrifices the wishes of 3 citizens to complete the production. His wife feels he's going out of line and persuades him to stop, but he threatens her. He gathers the people once again and announces that it was Simon who was responsible for exposing Asha. Simon betrayed her because he has been feeling left out of his friend group and wanted his wish granted. Magnifico then grants Simon's wish by appointing him as his most loyal knight. He uses the staff crafted from the Forbidden Book to corrupt Simon's mind, forcing him to chase after his friends, especially Asha, for their capture. Asha runs into her friends, trying to explain to them that she did not do anything to harm them or the wishes of the people in the kingdom, and that Magnifico is evil. They all find it hard to believe her until the queen shows up. She tells them that Magnifico wants to capture Star. He wants to absolve all Star magic for himself to become more powerful. Knowing her husband is beyond redemption, she joins Asha and her friends on their plan to stop him. Asha lures Magnifico deep inside the forest using star magic, while her friends enter the palace observatory, where all the wishes of the people are kept in a bulb to try and set them free. The queen and Dahlia searches for spells that can break Magnifico's staff. Meanwhile, Asha is given a magical wand by Star to protect herself. When it seems like Magnifico is caught up to Asha, it is revealed to be Simon. Magnifico uses a disguising spell of Simon, which means he's still inside the palace. Animals from the forest hold off Simon while Asha rides the horse back to the kingdom. Just as Asha friends were about to set the wishes free, Magnifico uses his magic to hold them back. Just as he captures Star, he suddenly reveals his true nature to the people. After absolving the star powers, the king reveals to them of never granting their wishes forever. Asha makes it to the top of the tower to try and confront Magnifico, but his magic has become nearly unstoppable. When it seems as though Asha is defeated, she begins to inspire the rest of the kingdom. They all begin to sing a song, and the power from their heart fuels their wish power. Star is set free, the wishes returns back to the citizens, and for his failure, the forbidden magic imprisons Magnifico inside his staff. The kingdom celebrates the return of their wishes, and Amaya is crowned as the one ruler of roses. Queen Amaya orders that Magnifico's little mirror prison be locked up in the dungeon, to his horror. Now it is possible for everyone to make their wishes come true by working over it. Simon shows up and asks Asha for forgiveness for what he did, and she and the other teens forgive him. Happiness is everywhere in the town, and Sabino's dreams finally came true. He is seen playing music for everyone just like he has always wanted. Star makes it clear to Asha that it is time for it to return to the sky, but it gives Asha a magic wand to make her something of a fairy godmother to the people of Roses. When her friends ask what they can do to help, Asha says they should just keep wishing. Fireworks then go off courtesy of Star, who creates the image of a certain famous mouse. Thank you for watching, guys. If you love animation movies, please subscribe to this channel and keep watching. Bye.